on, everyone? Today we're talking about the Energylandia 2020 plans. So we're seeing that they're going to add a new for 2020 expansion that is called Dragon Mountain. It has a Rocky Mountain construction ground-up coaster called Zadra. However, in English it means Splinter. It's going to have a monorail, which right now is called the Mini Monorail. It's going to have a Preston and Barbary family 30-meter by 14-meter junior roller coaster. There also appears to be a dragon-themed dark ride, and that will be the park's second dark ride after Monster Attack, which is a shooter. So yeah, it's looking to be a really awesome big expansion. Apart from the attractions, there's going to be some indoor restaurants and some playgrounds, as well as some really small kiddie family rides. So it's looking like a really awesome expansion. As for the Rocky Mountain construction coaster itself, people are unsure as to whether or not this is a wooden roller coaster or a Rocky Mountain construction hybrid. The argument for it being a topper track is that the park claimed it's wooden. Also, the fact that it's ground up, and that would be RMC's first hybrid if this were to be a hybrid. So yeah, it might be a topper track, but personally, I think that we're gonna be looking at a hybrid here. That's because in the animation we have black rails. Also, the fact that that a couple of months ago we saw that there were black rails in the RMC factory. Keep in mind, those rails are actually painted. Raw steel is not that color, by the way. So yeah, we're seeing black rails here. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be the first ground-up Rocky Mountain construction hybrid coaster. So yeah, the expansion is looking really, really nice. And the coaster is going to have a height of around 200 feet, so probably a speed in like the higher 70 mile per hour range. It's going to have 3 inversions, the first one being a 0G stall, the second one sort of being like this roll, and then the last one being a 0G roll. So we're definitely seeing some really great inversions. There's also going to be some airtime hills, big and small, a bit of an outward wave turn, which looks awesome and intense, some S turns towards the end of the ride, which are pretty new to RMCs, and then of course a tunnel, which should be pretty fun. So definitely, this is looking like a great Rocky Mountain construction coaster. A lot of people assumed that the Vekoma launch coaster would actually be made by Vekoma, but instead we're looking at a Mack coaster, and here's why. The park put out some concept art for the trains of their launch coaster. If we look at the track type and the actual trains themselves, they're all made by Mack, and that's because the track style does not look like Vekoma, looks very similar to Mack. The train seating and arrangement, as well as the restraints and seating, looks just like Mack. So yeah, if they are getting a launch coaster that's anything similar to this concept, it's going to be a Mack. One thing that's interesting is that we actually have 3 different concepts. However, it appears that they chose the Blue Myth concept. The first concept is called Blue Space, and yeah, the name pretty much explains it. It's just space themed. The train looks nice. I kind of like the retro feel. The Blue Myth one, which appears to be the one that they went with, is sort of dragon themed, which would make sense because they're adding a dragon themed area, so maybe this would also be in that expansion. The third and final one is Blue Dynamite. This is my personal favorite. I really like the rugged, sort of mine train feel look, and yeah, that's my favorite one. However, it appears that they went with Blue Myth, and this might be added to the dragon expansion sometime down the line. So the park definitely has a lot in store. I'm really glad because this park is receiving their funds directly from the government. So if they want to build something, they just need to ask for the funds for it, basically. So yeah, this park is really getting a lot of investment, and a lot of people are saying that this could become the #1 park in Europe, at least for thrills. Anyway, that wraps up today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll catch you all next time.